I'll still be here when you're gone. You gather souvenirs, but I will never be your pawn, your pawn, your pawn. My love wasn't ever a game. I lay my cards out on the table. There's nothing to gamble away, but I can promise that you'll never be the same. But I can promise that you'll never be the same. You can double down. I'll still be a proud haven for your love is never love. A river through your bluff, I will be enough, enough, enough. My love wasn't ever a game. I lay my cards out on the table. There's nothing to hide, I'll say, but you know it will. Promise that you'll never be the Have I become a little too shy for love? I've been hurt before, all's fair in love and war. So I'll snuggle up close to the shell I'm living in, and if I let you in, another round begins. No, I'm spinning in a vicious cycle. I'm scared of doing something I'll regret. Maybe this is right, but I'm still staring at your silhouette. But what if you're everything I need? I find my heart, the air I breathe. What if lesson from the start. What if I miss out on the life meant for us? I need you by my side, by your side. I'm not afraid. We found something that'll never fade. We can be ourselves and figure out the rest along the way. What if you're everything I need? Fire in my heartbeat. Something's wrong, I feel it circling like vultures around my brain. Couldn't see the danger in your eyes. Draw me in, got me spinning now like water to a drain. You were perfect till I realized you hadn't shown your face. You sing a pretty song to drag my heart along, a siren serenade. You're ringing out to pray. Your love's a wreck and you know it's wrong. I was deaf to the ringing bells, wanting me to break, deafened by the sirens' soothing lies. I can't leave, I am in too deep, been sinking for a while, prisoner to the same thing I despise, devoted to faith. You sing a pretty song to drag my heart along, a siren serenade. You're ringing out to pray. Your love's a wreck and you know it's wrong. It's over.
Alright, welcome to the NORA National Oval Racing Association's Talladega Super Speedway race number 10 tonight. Tonight we will be hitting the high banks of Talladega Super Speedway to see who can gamble and roll that lucky number 7 and win this race, because this package is definitely a gamble from when you start the car to when you cross the finish line. We will see who can come out on top this evening. Right now, currently at the top of our leaderboard for practice is Jake Boyer. Now, he is an owner's guy. He's not running for points, he's just running to have a little bit of fun. And we're going to see if any of those type of guys, like number 3 Brody Smith, number 7 Cody Smith, number 4 Joshua Susie, I like to call him the old man. We need to have him back before lights out. He definitely doesn't want to miss his dessert time. We'll see if those guys can spoil the show for some of these points guys. Need to go in and pull up our points leaders and our point status, point standings. See if I can locate that for us really quick. We'll be alone up here in the booth this evening. And if I haven't mentioned my name is Justin White, and I will be your broadcaster for tonight. finish up practice here. We have about 6 minutes left to practice. Oh, we'll let you guys just tune in and watch them practice and hopefully pick your favorites to win this season. I'm currently working on pulling up our points and getting that graphic pulled up here. We'll top prepare for these moments. We'll go ahead and pull them up this way. We'll work on it for just a second. There we go. There's our current point standings. As you can see, sitting at the top of the points will be Dalton Tucker. Second is Corey Wharton. Third is Cody McKinley. Fourth, Sam Lehrer. Fifth, Matthew George. He actually missed last week. He dropped a couple of spots in points. Brian Powell, who we call BP, has been struggling a little bit. He's gained some positions after the Richmond race, so we're looking for him to hopefully keep on that full rebound. As we finish out our top 10 of Kevin Roy, Chad Engel, Vincent Arthur, and Timothy Harper. Those are your top 10 in points for the NORA Series. See if any of those guys can stay up front most of this evening. Hopefully win tonight. It is definitely going to be a struggle for everyone here because this draft package is not as it traditionally was before. iRacing has made a few changes to it. You can no longer have a huge, a good run up on the leaders. You have to stay up on top of them and stay in that lead draft as long as humanly possible. As we close down here on practice. Roughly about 2 minutes left to practice as everybody scatters to their race haulers. I'm going to bring up one of our championship contenders who is not in the top, but he is definitely fighting to have a better position. Hey Zach, this is Justin up here in the booth. You got a copy? Hey Zach, this is Justin up in the booth. You got a copy? Hey Zach, this is Justin in the booth. You got a copy? I apologize. Zach may have stepped away. Maybe he's back. Hang on just a minute. Let me... maybe I might have a few issues with Zach's microphone here. Let's pull up another one of our race of our championship contenders. Hey Matt, this is Justin up in the booth. You got a copy?
Hello.
Hey Matt, this is Justin up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I gotcha.
Hey, this here I got you here on up here in the booth. Wanted to kind of get your take on Talladega Super Speedway. What kind of plane you got today? You're one of the championship contenders, so are you trying to get up front and maybe stay up front, or are you looking to drop back in the pack early?
Well, considering the grid thing has me starting on pole, I'll probably just see if I can stay up there. This new draft package is interesting. I'll just stick with interesting.
I guarantee it is very interesting. I definitely am not a huge fan of it, but I see why they made the change to it. So
Yeah. I'll just try and stick up front as long as I possibly can. Once it starts getting wild, or I start feeling unsafe, I guess I'll jump to the back. But it's definitely not easy to pass, so I'd prefer to stay up front.
10-4. All right. Well, looks like we're getting ready to grid. I'll let you get back to it. Good luck.
Yep, thank you.
All right. So we are now gridding for the start of this race. Let me get our stages here straightened out here for just a minute, and I'll tell you what our stages are. As our pole sitter, as Matthew George just let on, he is our current pole sitter. We run a random draw system here. We randomly draw 1 through 10, then 11 through 20, then 21 through 21 through 30, and 31 through the remaining field. Depending on where you finish, I think that's part of it. I'll have to double check the graphic to make sure I'm on the right page here. As we start to roll off and get ready to go green, look and see if I can actually pull ahead and pull up our grid. That is my apologies. And I will slowly cycle through the grid and let you guys read the names as I am looking up our stages for this evening. Alright, so our stages are 28 and 56. That will be our stages for this evening, 28 and 56. So these guys will be running to get to lap 28 for the stage. I think they can make it on fuel. If somebody who's raced, I think we're running 60% fuel, who's raced raced and kind of knows the laps, I would be greatly appreciated, because I am trying to do the math in my head, and I believe they can run close to 28 laps. They may have to pit once. I'm pretty sure they will at some point have to pit once. As they come around turn 3 and 4 and get ready to cross into the tri-oval. Now, thank you. I appreciate their Outlaw Gaming. I appreciate you saying they'll have to pit once. I really appreciate that. That's good information. Like I said, pace truck's getting ready to pull off, but the start-finish line is not in your traditional middle of the tri-oval. It is at the end of the tri-oval. As we get ready to go green, we put the field in the hands of the 28 of Matthew George. Now, he cannot go until the flagman waves the green flag, and we are underway. It is now green, green, green. as you can see, a few of these guys pull off to the inside to get out of that lead pack, get out of the draft, fall to the back. That is their task to try to. That is their plan is to get out back and stay out back and hopefully miss the big one, because we know the big one will come. We don't know when, but it will strike. A lot more laps than 113. I apologize. I am trying to get the lap count correct here. I think we do run 113 laps here. Corey Wharton pulls out to the lead here early. Everybody seems to be falling in line one by one by one. Looks like they're all just going to kind of ride around here this evening. Probably not a bad move, considering how all these guys want to stay out of the big one, as we have a few takers on the outside. Absolutely, come on up here if you want to. I definitely need the help. I'm not going to deny it. There's a lot to process. Anyways, as we go back out front, 25 of Corey Wharton is leading this long train on the inside. You can see all the way back, these guys are lining up on the inside line, one by one, just trying to ride around here and log some laps and hopefully miss the big one. As somebody looks like they're getting hung out to dry. Hey Kristen, it's Justin up here in the booth. You get a copy?
Yeah, I got it.
All right, 10-4. We have a few takers trying to pop it outside, trying to see if there'd be a few guys to try to make this a 2x2 lane, but I don't think there's going to be many takers tonight. I think everybody's going to try to run, especially this early in the race. I think a lot of these guys are just going to stay down low in single file line and hopefully get to the end of the stage, and well, at least to the first pit stop. I know they'll have to pit. I think the fuel window is roughly not quite 28, but I'm thinking it's like 24, 25 laps. I think it's just short of 28.
Yeah, and why you're seeing most of these guys hugging the bottom, from what I heard in practice, the outside lane just does not work to get around here.
No, I will agree with that. I raced on Sunday night, and the outside line will go. You just have to have a good long line of cars to follow in behind, and they all have to be pushing hard. And that's here at Talladega. That is dangerous. One little misstep by one of those guys in line, and you're piling up cars like a junkyard.
Yeah, not to mention net code.
Yep, and net code is a big factor here in iRacing. That is one of our biggest problems that we have at times being iRacers is net code, which is basically the connection between two drivers on the track. Internet connection speeds play a part in it. These guys will get a little bit too close to each other, and all of a sudden it's like they're literally on top of each other, and you'll see a car kind of jump usually when net code comes into play, and that's when you know that something has, net code is either ended somebody's race or caused an issue, and especially at Talladega, where this track is already aero sensitive, and if you get anybody close to you, and they have a netcode issue, you're going to find yourself turned around facing back.
Oh yeah, you can see that all these cars are just wobbling down the line, and if you try side drafting, one little tiny wobble and it's a netcode issue.
Yep.
And a car is going upside down more than likely.
More than likely, I agree. We usually don't turn cars upside down too often here on iRacing. I think iRacing's got that pretty much nailed down, but it can happen. I have seen it.
Looks like 2 cars trying to make the outside work on back.
You are correct. Let's see here. It looks like the 47. Oh, the 47 is going to try to push his way back up underneath.
That was a tight gap.
That was a really, really tight gap. We will back that up and take a quick look at it. Looks like he pulled out a line to try to go with that outside line and had to pull. Ooh, yeah, he almost got himself in some serious trouble right there. He better be thinking that 36, maybe buy him a steak dinner, because the 36 had the choice of keeping it stuffed in there, and he backed out of it. Sounds like
he's going to have to go to Kroger and buy himself some steaks and cook up some steaks for him.
Yes, because he needs to thank him, because right now I heard I think there was a few words interchanged over the chat radio, so they are definitely either not happy with each other, or the 47 is saying thank you very much. As you see that, looks like that Army car, I can't quite get the number on it. See if we can back up to him.
Is that Susie? No.
That's the 6, I believe. I think that is Blade Tim. Yep. He finally, he was stuck on the outside. Basically, they were freight training him and leaving him on the outside hanging out the drive. But he finally was able to pull back in. He is really wanting somebody to go with him on the high side as the number straight here. I think it's the number 9. Yep,
yeah, Blade used to race for Outlaw Racing, and he is a very aggressive plate racer. He's a very good plate racer, so if there's anyone that's going to want to start to make that outside lane work, it's going to be Blade Timmons.
Yep, and he is definitely wanting it to happen, but nobody is biting for it. These guys are running single file, one by one on the low line. I think a lot of them have got the memo. Let's get to the end of the stage, and then we can duke it out then. But even then, stage points, I mean, in this league are a premium, as we've seen in the point status when I brought it up earlier. We're not separated by too many points at the moment, so 10 stage points, and you can finish 20th, and it almost feels like you finished 10th, which is a huge thing for some of these guys, especially some of these championship drivers. As we see the 6 try to pull back out again, begging somebody, please come with me, but nobody is biting on it. We'll go back up front and see Corey Wharton, who has led most of this race. He jumped out front quick, got a good push from somebody. I think it was either the 37 or the 8, and that's who pushed him to the front, and he has been up front actually almost all of tonight. So as we're winding this stage down, we're almost halfway through this stage. As you can see, the top 3 cars get a little bit of a gap, but that 37 will close it back up quickly as he tries to jump outside. Hopefully they'll follow him, but I have a feeling he's going to be in the sucker hole. He is going to be pushed to the back quick as he tries to side draft. Oh, he slides back in above the 48. The 56 gets loose.
Yeah, and I think that's just a chain reaction of everyone checking up from the 37 dropping in line, and then everyone had to check up, and the 56 didn't quite get the memo.
I think you are correct. Of course, you can speak to this. You know that as this race goes on and as these tires start to wear out, getting a little bit of extra push down into the corner, you will turn that car will want to slide out from underneath you.
Yeah, and it also, I don't know about this new package, but it used to want to push on exit too, and if you let it push a little bit too much, they want to get underneath you, so you got to hold that yellow line as much as you can on exit.
Yes, you can, because you leave a little bit of a gap. Somebody's going to put their nose in there. As we take a look at our race conditions, the track temp is a blistering 124 degrees, so it is eating these tires up. It is making these tires hot. It wouldn't surprise me if you don't see some of these tires into upwards of 350 degrees when I get ready to change them here momentarily. So they are definitely eating these tires off, as the temp outside is only 85. So I mean, it's not too hot, but it is definitely warm.
Yeah, I'm definitely interested to see where the pit stops are going to happen if they end up happening, like if they happen in the stage. Because I don't think they can go a full 28 laps on fuel.
I don't think you can, because when we had a full tank on Sunday, we could only go roughly about 34, 35 laps at max. And that's with a full tank. So I'm thinking with a 60% fuel, which is what I think what we run here, they're going to be a little short.
Yeah, they're going to be a lot short. That's probably about lap, probably what, 24 around there?
That's what
22 maybe?
Yep, that's what I'm thinking. Of course, pit road speed's 55 miles an hour, so you know these guys are running upwards of over 185 to 200 miles an hour, so they're going to have to blow it down to 55 miles an hour when they hit pit lane, which will be right there. That's the line they have to hit to get it down to 55, or they will be caught speeding. And being caught speeding here is not a place you want to get caught speeding, because unless you get some, like 5 or 6 other cars that get caught with you, you're going to get lapped in a really quick hurry, because these guys are running 2 to 3 to 4 seconds faster in the pack than you by yourself.
Yeah, it's not too bad if it happens in stage 1, but if it happens during that last and final stage, it's pretty much a day ender.
I will agree on that. I think we're having some of these guys start to form an outside line. Looks like, because we know
3 cars up there.
Yep, 3-car outside line. Looks like the 47. Yep, looks like it's going to be the 48, the 47, and the 24. And if I remember correctly, I think all of those guys are teammates. I'll check my standings here to see if they are. Yes, they are all teammates. So they're obviously being a team player comes into factor. We're going to see you have 3 of the 4 guys that are close to the same team, either on the same team or an affiliation of the team. And they are trying, as you can tell, that 3-car pack is kind of holding its position. They're not really falling back. They're not really coming to the front. As Wharton pulls out there in front of the 42 saying, come on, let's go. It's time to go to the front.
I don't know which McKinney brother that is. I don't know if that's Cody or...
14
I think that's Cody.
It's Cody McKinney.
Yeah.
As we had a couple of takers on pit road, looks like the 58 of Zach Howell is already hit. No, wait, no, he's fallen way back off the pace. He has not hit pit road. I thought he had hit pit road. Looks like it was the 78, the 94. Yep, the 93, 94, 78, and the 91. All those guys, all 4 of those guys are teammates. So they obviously have been chatting and been discussing when to hit pit road, and they decided to do it 2 laps ago. So they are now 1 lap down.
Yeah, see, what they did was they split the stage in half, 50-50.
That's actually
that could be a good strategy.
That's not a bad idea. If they can get some clean air and all 4 of them stay hooked up, they can make up some serious time on these guys.
I'd be curious to see what they did, if they took 2 tires, no tires, and what they did.
I'm looking at some of the times. It looks like they were on pit road for between 7 and 8 seconds. So I am thinking that they took either 2 right sides, 2 left sides, or just gas only. If it were me, I'd be gas only.
Yeah, that's what I would do in that scenario if I was splitting the stage in half.
But you do have the option to take 2 tires and still come out basically in the same time frame. So, but as we were talking about being stuck out all alone, that number 17 of Ray Heilig, he lost that lead pack and lost that lead draft. So, just for comparison, Ray is running 52, almost 53 seconds a lap, while our race leader Corey Wharton is running 50.63 second laps. 3-second difference. And
we might have a battle for the lead here in a second.
I think we do. I think the 14, the 42, the 24, and the 48, they have all hooked up on the high side, and they are coming to the front. They are proving us wrong that the outside lane can work.
It'll be interesting to see what our leader Corey is going to do, if he's going to block that momentum that the outside lane's gaining, or if he's going to stay on the inside.
That would be really, really interesting. Oh, as that 24 has left all three of them hanging out. Well, they definitely need more than 3 cars out there to keep pace with that leader. Otherwise, they're going to start falling back. I think is everybody's starting to admit, or these guys are getting ready to hit pit road.
Yeah, I think that's what's happening.
Yep, they're falling in. Then one of them got in, and the rest of them are going to let the others in, and they wouldn't be surprised if they don't hit pit road here just in a minute.
Yeah, but Cody was not part of that team, so he did not get the memo to drop down. So now he's in the sucker hole and just dropping like a rock.
Dropping like a rock. Let's see if that 24-48 hit pit road right now. Let's see if they take it. Yes, they are.
Leaders coming in. A lot of cars coming in here.
Ooh, I don't know if our leader got down to speed. Woo. That was hairy for him.
Someone missed pit road and is on the apron slow.
See who that is.
It looked like a white and red car. Might have been Ernie.
Oh, sorry. I actually need to get on the TV here. Oop. Not the 6. Was it the 3? Nope. No, not the 03. 3's just coming off pit road. No, wait. Actually, I need to speed us back up to... That would help. It looks like the 3 and the 6 did not have a chance to get on pit road. Well, no, the 3 and the 6. Looks like they missed it entirely. We'll see if they pit this time. Well, maybe they did. I'm trying to figure out how much time. They were on pit road for 46 seconds, so that doesn't... They didn't get also the 25 on pit road for longer than that. It looks like not... Well, the 25 got caught speeding. That's why he was sitting there for so long. Yep, he got caught speeding as we try to find our leader here. Let's see who is our leader. The 37, Brian Jones.
And I think he's not going to have the lead for long, because I'm pretty sure that Dalton Tucker and his group are going to pass these guys, because they were catching that pack very quick.
Because where is? Let's see if I can find their pack of cars. I am trying to find them right now. Looks like the 19 got caught speeding. Yeah, the 19's sitting there for a long period of time. Looks like he definitely got caught speeding. There's a few guys that got caught speeding.
Yeah, and it looked like Ernie Ludwig was the one that missed pit road.
Okay, so it was Ernie he lost to. So it's definitely we were close on pulling that Ernie. What number is Ernie?
Yeah, the only reason I recognize it because I made the paint scheme, so I understand. I was like, that looked like my paint scheme that missed pit road. Oh no.
Yep. So it looks like he may have missed it. Maybe he got on pit road. Looks like he's got a bunch of cars coming up behind him. Hopefully they can form a pack. Let's see where the BP and Dalton Tucker. So those guys are just now getting ready. All 4 of them are getting ready to go around the 58. As we try to focus back on our leader, everything seems to be jumbled up as we've got a 5 or 6 car breakaway pack right here. 47 may lose touch with him. He's going to catch up pretty quick. See, that's the kind of run you can get being in the draft. You can close up a second in a quick hurry. Like our leader, the 37. Looks like the 90. The 93, 94, 78, 91 did not get hooked back up quick enough, so they're 20-something seconds off of the lead. That may have been part of the plan to just kind of chill and stay out of this. Maybe they were not thinking stage points. Yeah, I'm thinking they're not thinking stage points. What do you think, Christian?
Yeah, I think that's their strategy. I think they dropped to the back at the beginning. I might have missed that, and they pit from the back. I thought they pit from mid pack though, and that they were going to gain a whole bunch of time, but I was mistaken there.
Me too. As you can see, the 14 is now getting lapped, ladies and gentlemen. It's amazing how quickly your luck can change here at Talladega. He was on the lead lap, racing for the top position. Comes down pit road, gets a speeding penalty, and now he's already going a lap down. That is how quickly your luck can change here.
Question is can he stay on the lead lap and be the lucky dog before the stage ends?
He's the first one. The next one, a lap down, will be the 17 of Ray Heilig. So, as you can see, Ray, I'm going to pull over a graphic here so everybody can kind of see where everybody is at. If I can get it to work, maybe I can't. The 17 is now entering 3 and 4, and the 14 is on that lead lap, so a lead pack. So if the 14 stays hooked up to the lead pack, he will be the first car 1 lap down.
Oh, it looks like the leader is about to lap another car though. So if the 14 can pass him, he'll be the lucky dog here.
They try to pull high around the 58 of Zach Howell. Looks like he got caught speeding. Well, he may have got caught speeding or missed pit road. Looks like the 14 is going to clear the 58, so that's going to put the 14 back in the lucky dog position. We close down on the end of our stage here, lap 26. As Ryan Jones comes to lap 26 of 28 for the stage, so we've got 2 more laps around here for this stage. It looks like if the 37 stays on it, he might actually catch the 25 as well. The 25's in a pack, so it may not happen, but you can see that lead pack coming on these 3 cars right here. I think his saving grace will be that number 6 and number 3 kind of missing or hitting pit road. One of the two taking time on pit road, so that's hopefully going to keep him on the lead lap out in front of the leader, so he can just drive, keep his lap back the old-fashioned way. As those leaders coming out of turn 3 and 4, they are coming fast. Yeah, they're running roughly a second difference between these guys. As you can tell, more cars, the faster you go.
He's just got to hope he's going fast enough not to get lapped, which it looks like with 2 to go in the stage, he should be going fast enough that he won't get lapped.
Yeah, I think this is the white flag reaction, 27 to 28. I think when the top 10 come across the start-finish line, as that 58 knows it, and he's trying to pull along that 14, trying to get his lucky dog position. So that is probably the most interesting battle, and he might get it. If these cars right here, stay up top, and he gets that run, the 58 might get. This is probably going to be the most interesting part of the stage.
Oh,
the
14 got it.
14 got it barely. That'll be lap 28, and the caution is out for the stage.
Just waiting for 10th place to cross the line, and there it is. Caution is out.
We'll restack them, change tires, and we will try to get. Let's look at the far chase of that 50. It looks like he got hit from behind a little bit. I don't know if that
might have been coming into pit road.
Yep, it's treacherous here coming into pit road, so. If I can get our next, I think our next stage is lap 56. Trying to get my graphic to pull up correctly. There it is. Stage 1 was 28 laps. Stage 2 will be lap 56. And then the final stage is that 56 lap run to 113. So, do the math in my head. Actually, I've been doing math all day. These guys pull up here to pace truck.
Or in this case, past the pace truck.
Past the pace truck, some of them. Final stage will be 57 laps.
Those 2 cars had ARCA brakes installed in their cars.
Yep. And if what Christian's referring to, if you guys don't know what ARCA braking is, ARCA brake is where you just kind of blow through everybody up front. Don't really mean to, but you blow through them, and it's like, whoops. I've done it once or twice. We all have. We all made that rookie mistake before. as these guys get ready to hit pit road here. 24 is going to be the leader. Looks like he's the one that got the top stage points. Second place would be Brian Jones. Third, Alex Edelman. Fourth, Martin Palute. Fifth, Trevor Rapallo. Sixth, Matthew George. Seventh, Alex Cummings. Eighth, Scotty Stevens. Ninth, Christian Pittman. And 10th would be Timothy Harper. That's your top 10 for the stage. As I don't see many people staying out here. Looks like, of course, the 14 is going to stay out because he's going to be the lucky dog. The 19 was on pit road for quite some time, so he's going to stay out and get the wave around. So he's going to be back to 1 lap down. So at that point, we'll only have 3 cars 1 lap down. So that'll be the 58, the 17, and the 19. They'll all 3 be 1 lap down. Actually, I think Nick was 3 laps down, so he'll still be 2. So get back over here on pit road. I didn't even get the race off pit road. But getting a speeding penalty, getting caught on pit road, speeding, not changing tires, doing something incorrectly, that doesn't really kill you here. It's not race ending. You can come down pit road. This place is long enough to get most damage fixed. We get here and they all pull back up. Looks like Vincent Arthur won. 24? Yeah, that's the 19. Looks like Vincent won the race off pit road. Brian Jones will come out second. As the lights are still on the pace truck. We'll have to go around one more time. Actually, you know what? Since this is long enough, we can actually pull up our stage winner, the 24, and give him, talk to him for a second. Let me find him here and pull him up from the deep depths of Discord up here to the hauler, or to the booth. Hey, Vincent, this is Justin and Kristen up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
So, that was a pretty exciting stage right there. Looks like you ended up passing Brian Jones to get the stage win. Was that your plan all along?
Yeah, I mean, I've been testing out runs, trying to see how I was going to get by him, and coming down the backstretch, he said he'll let me have it just because he's under his points, and I'm racing for a championship in here. But so I really appreciate him for letting me get that stage win there. But still, I mean, I'll take all the points I can get, considering every time I seem to be running well, I get wrecked out or something bad happens on pit road or something like that. So these stages are keeping me alive. So whatever I can do to get these points.
Yeah, I was telling Kristen, stage points can mean life or death here in this league. It's a big deal. Finishing, getting a good stage finish. Getting 10 points, you can finish 20th and make it feel like you finished 10th, which is that's huge. So. But with that said, it looks like we're getting rid of the 1 to green, getting ready to go back green. So is your plan to stay out front for the rest of the race, or trying to fall back?
It'd be nice to stay out front. Passing's really hard here, especially with this new bubble package that iRacing thinks is so wonderful. But I'd rather see it go back to the old ways. But we'll try to keep the number 24 full tilt Chevrolet up front and see where we can finish.
Dan Ford, good luck. Hopefully we'll have you back up here at the end of stage 2.
Thanks, guys.
All right, thanks. Let's put him back in his team chat here. Have to keep moving them down one by one because the screen is only so big. So pace truck is on the back stretch of 3 and 4. Go up top and get us some blimp coverage here. 24 is going to lead him to the green flag here. See if he can stay out front. He definitely has enough teammates there to do it. Looks like 37 is one of his teammates or affiliates. 47 sitting back there in 9th place. Of course, there's a few other, I think the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, 5th, 6th, 8th, 9th, and 10th are all owners points guys. So you can definitely tell they have nothing to lose and they want to be up front.
Yeah, I'm surprised since him and the 37 are teammates. I'm surprised he didn't take the top and do the the deal making
Whole
with
switcheroo.
you know, letting them down. Yeah.
Yeah, because you could usually when you're because he's putting he's got control of the field, so he's welcome to go whenever he wants to. We do not have a certain section of the track where you say, well, you've got to go here, you can't go here. So he's welcome to go at any point as he's back on the gas. Get back. Oh, there he is.
You can tell he went a little bit before the green just so that Brian had enough time to get down.
Which, you know, that is part of the restart games here at Talladega. Any team's going to do it. So.
Oh, yeah.
Can't say I don't blame him. Because you want as much teammate help as possible. We've got a few guys that are jumping out on that high line, hoping to get a few takers. Looks like it's the 20, not the 24, maybe the 23. Yep, the 23, 33, and the 02 were outside, but looks like 23 bailed on them and stuffed it back up underneath the 28. Like I was mentioning last night, the 28 had missed the last race, so he is definitely needing as many stage points as possible to make up some ground. And the 47 is trying just to maintain at the moment. 42 is going to pull up with him, try to push that outside line along, but unless you got a few more friends, I don't see it going too far. We've got a little bit of a gap separating between Pack 1 and Pack 2. Looks like Pack 1 says, let's go to the front. Pack 2 is saying, whoa, wait a minute. Let's back up here a little bit. They're starting to fall out of the frame. There they are. There's Pack 2 right there. As you can see, those 78, the 91, the 94, the 93, all of those guys are on the same team. So I think the 78 is. They're all keeping together, hopefully knowing that if they stay together, they won't cause a wreck between each other. But it looks like it's becoming a hornet's nest back here from 16th on back.
This pack's getting more wild than the front pack.
The front pack, if we go back up here to the leader, you can see one by one by one. There's a few cars back here. The 56, the 42, and the 47 are slowly. Oh, I seen that too. The 02. Looks like he got a little squirrely. We'll back it up a little bit. Take a look at him. Looks like he got
Might have been an apron?
I don't know.
No.
I just don't think he didn't see the 47. I think his spotter probably said clear, and he's like, crap, there's somebody. That's Scotty Stevens in the 02 as he tries to keep touch with the lead draft pack. But if he doesn't, that's okay. He's got that second pack that he can catch up to. But as I'm watching here, there are separating. But, yep. I was about to mention, you see these guys back here, they realize quickly that if they don't get lined up, they're going to be out of that lead pack and drifting back. So if they can single file it up, they will catch them. And looks like they have.
Don't forget to pass forward back to live.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for that.
And they caught him.
Yep, that's why it's always good to have a co-broadcaster, because there's so many different little buttons to push to keep up.
Oh, I know. I used to broadcast way back in the day, and it was... I did it on one screen, so I don't know how many screens you're doing it on, but doing it on one screen was difficult.
I can only imagine, because everybody's looking at that same screen. I luckily have 4, so it's a little bit easier to run. A little bit.
Yeah.
I'll pull up my ATVO back up here. Pull up our fastest laps of the race. Looks like 81 of Seth Reed is our fastest with a 49.132. Blade Timmons with a 49.135. Tyler Johnson with a 49.161. Brody Smith with a 49.187. And Cody Smith with a 49.2.
Yeah, you're never going to see the fastest lap come from the person who's in the lead. You're going to see the fastest lap come from someone way back behind the big pack that's in a small group catching them. That's where the fastest lap's going to come from.
Exactly, Elk. If you get a 1 to 2.5 second between the lead pack and car behind you, you've got one guy pushing you, that is where that fastest lap's going to come. As that outside lane starts to form between the...
I feel the trouble brewing.
I do too. I feel it coming. I think these guys are getting a little antsy.
Yeah.
I think that is the... who is outside here? Excuse me, the 21. That is the 21. That is the one who's leading that outside lane. As he pulled down to get a little bit of side draft, stall that inside line out as much as possible as they're starting to come to the front.
You can see it work with the 48. He backed off there of the 9. Now he's trying to come back up.
Yep, as you see the 21, he'll pull, as the
Here we go.
43 pulls back out in front. Todd Slauson pulls out in front of the 21. You see that 42 right there get a little squirrely. That is what happens on the high lane when your tires get a little bit worn. You get a little squirrely, and that's all it takes, and you can wad up a bunch of cars in a real quick hurry.
And you know what? Pit stops are going to be coming up here soon, so everyone's going to try to get up as high as they can, and then they're going to start dropping down to the bottom, and that's when I see a potential caution happening when everyone starts wanting to get down to the bottom to pit.
I agree, because they cannot make it to the end of that stage. Well, they might. They might have saved enough fuel. If some of these guys pitted again in the back, they might make it to the end. It'll be close, because they were only 2 or 3 laps short to start, so...
Well, I tell you who can't make it. Those 3 that are out front, Benson Arthur, Brian Jones, and Martin Plute, because they are full throttle.
No,
there's no doubt about that.
Yeah, there's no way they can make it. No doubt with that one. As we were talking that outside line, unless you've got a good couple of pushers, you're not going anywhere. It's kind of stalled out right there. You can see it's stalled out right now at that roughly between, 7th, 8th, 9th position. They're not making up a whole lot of ground. That if they want to go up front, that 20.
Oh, there it is.
Caution. There is going to be a caution, I believe. I'm trying to figure out who is involved.
No caution yet.
Oh, it's involving the 94, Brian Powell. Let's back up and see what happened. No caution. Looks like he's off the racing surface.
Oh, they were 3 wide here.
And then 78 and
net
the 01. Yep, looks like a little bit of net code, and that just got everybody involved.
And they stayed off the racing surface, so that did not bring out a caution. So
nope, that's
go back up live and let's see what's going on.
Man alive, that is rough. Well, luckily it's kind of middle of the race. He'll be all right. He'll work his way through back to the front. I'm sure he will.
He may go a lap down, but he can come back. It's still early enough.
No, it's still early. Get that damage fixed. You'll be all right. Back up front again.
Yeah, right before that caution happened, the thing I was going to say about the outside lane, it's all about comfortability when you're pushing someone on that outside. The reason that there was momentum happening before that 23 jumped up is you had Josh Conover pushing Jake Boyer, and they've been racing with each other for a long time, so they're comfortable pushing each other. When the 23 jumped up there, that broke up that comfortability with that outside lane.
Yep, and you won't see him hardly pushing now. On Sunday, there was a race, and like I said, I keep going back to Sunday night, but we had 3 of us up there in that top lane. I had one more guy behind me. I was in the 3rd position, and I felt comfortable where I was at. So I was already pushing that 2nd place car on the outside as hard as I possibly could, who was then pushing the leader of the outside line. And all I needed was one little shove from the guy behind me, and all 3 of us shot out to the front of that lead pack. And we pulled it down low, and that's all it took. And then we were basically in the lead for the most, well, those 2 were for the rest of the race. So they got out front, and they stayed.
You can see some cars starting to drop down to the bottom. It looked like Conover was the first car to drop down to the bottom, but now he's jumping back up top in front of Jake Boyer now.
That's going to be the 42. Josh
Yeah, the
Conover.
42 Planners car.
Yep, he is what I like to call the El Presidente of the league. It's his show, we just running it. Ooh, as the 33, the 48, was that the 48?
Yeah, the 48 and 33 got a little squirrely there.
It looks like the 48 was trying to either block the 33's run or just hold it down. Wasn't the 78 almost involved in that wreck just a minute ago? I think he was.
Possibly.
He's back up with the lead pack.
Yeah, he's got damage to his car.
Yeah, so
And he's up there.
he's up there. He was the one 3 wide, and he kept on going. That's surprising. Well, he might not be able to lead it, but he can at least follow it. We had a few guys that were involved in that. It looks like the 03 and the 58, they've just parked it on pit road either fixing damage or I don't know, as we're going 3 wide here.
This is where it gets hairy.
There's that 47. Well, that's where it was happening, was it with him. Looks like they've sorted it out now. Decided to go 2 by 2. Oh, they're 3 wide again back there with the 48. Keegan Blitzer. Of course, the 78's in a 3 wide position. As the 33 pulls it back down up underneath him. That's some tight
Now it
racing.
looks like everyone's getting to the bottom. It looks like we're going to have pit stops here soon. As you see some cars coming out of the pits now.
Yep, looks like it was the 81 and the 91. Looks like the 81 was on there for 24 seconds making some damage. He's going to pull off. The racing surface has the 91 is going to keep it low. And we've got a car in, was it number, is that 03? Yeah, 03 up high. As they decide to split them.
Oh, man, it's good. That was, I don't know if you saw it back there, but that 21 was about 30 degrees heading to the wall.
Back it up and take a look at it here. Oop. TV look here. Look at it from the blimp.
Whew.
Yep. You can see
Looked like you got hit by the 6 and then almost got hit by the 47. That, whew.
He's in the purple car right there, that 21 NOS purple.
Yeah, that was, wow.
That was close. That's all it takes. Look up on the leader and see if these guys decide to hit pit road. We don't have any takers this time. We still have 10 to go in the stage. This will be 9 to go when we come by the stripe this time. Like I said,
you see how much that broke up the pack.
That did. That really broke up the pack. But it looks like the 47 is going to come back, hopefully catch back up. He's not that far. He's getting this right here. This type of situation is what we're talking about just a minute ago. See where that 47's got a little bit of a gap between that lead pack, and he's got a guy behind him with a little bit of a draft push. I wouldn't
he's
surprise
going to
me
get a fast lap here.
if the 47 does not get a smoking lap right here. That's where the fastest laps are given, is though if you can stay in that position he was in for almost 3/4 to a full lap, that's where the speed is.
As we see possible pit stops happening. Yep. Some takers here.
Looks like the 16.
Martin Plute, Alex Edelman, Bruce Ackerman. Oh, Sam Lear. Wow. Smoking the tires at the pit line.
So it looks like the 57, 55, 8, 56, 6, 78, 00, 93, and the 18 all have hit pit road. I see him come off pit road here. Looks like they're just taking gas only. Gas only. That is definitely the call. Gas only. Just enough to get to the end of the stage.
Yep, and then take tires at the end of the stage, and you're golden. Rest of the race, more than likely.
Yep, they won't need to change tires again unless there's a caution, but even then, I probably would just stay out. Come back up here to the leader.
A few takers to pit road again.
A few more to pit road. See if I can find them all. Looks like it's the 36. Yep. 23, 21, 7, 3, 6, 36. All on pit road.
Our leader has to be coming this time.
That's what I'm saying.
He's got to be on fumes
He's
right
got
now.
to be on exactly on fumes. Let's get back on the 24.
I mean, this whole pack right here, this whole group of 6 has to be on fumes right now.
They're coming to the pit road entrance here. Let's see if they peel off.
Here
And
they
every one of them, all 6 of them in the lead pack are pulling off. Looks like they're all going to get it woed up. Ooh, close. Oops, all woed up there.
That was Josh Conover and Brian Jones almost making contact there.
So it looks like, yep, looks like they're having a few words between each other. As our leader, depending on where they go right now, the only car that's in the lead, he may slid through the pit box.
Yeah, it looked like Brian Jones slid through the box a little bit, but not going to affect him too much.
Right there is your race leader. Right there. That is your race leader. If he can come around and get past these guys, he will be the race leader, but he is all by himself. As you can see him start to pass all these cars.
It's good for me at the same time, but it's also bad for me because he's by himself.
By himself.
Yeah.
Like, actually, that 24 is going to retain the race lead. The 16 had a good run, but it looks like the 24 is going to retain it.
I'll tell you what, that was really good strategy by Timmy Harper there by staying out with those leaders because he gained a lot of positions. He's already up to 3rd now.
Yep, and he's going to have a little bit of a help right there between the 37 and the 28. Those guys are going to catch back up to him, and they're going to. We'll see if they can form a quick pack and stay out front, because the next cars behind them are. If I can get this scoring straight, it looks like the 28. So there's almost a 2-second gap from the 28 to the 57.
Yeah, speaking of the 28, he's another benefiter with pitting with that group. We haven't been talking about him since he started on pole. He kind of fell back through the field, and he's back up to the top 5 now.
Look, those 5 right there, if they can stay toes to tail, we'll go back up here to our leader. 24, 42, 9, 37, 28. If those guys could stay in a straight line, these guys behind them at the 6. Yep. No, hang on, I said that incorrectly. My bad. I'm talking the 57. He's in 6th place. It's the 57, 55, 56, 47.
In the 16.
16. Yeah, all those guys are going to have to, well, it's a 5-car versus 5-car pack. So I don't see them. Yeah, they're already 6 seconds behind that lead pack right there. I don't see them catching these guys. I think top 5 are going to fight it out for the stage here because we're too close to the end of the stage. Now, these cars in behind them here where it's got the 48 mixed in, if they catch that second group quick enough, yeah, I think that's being led by the 70. I don't know if that's the wisest choice with the limited damage he has, but they are leading that 3rd group. All these guys have to catch that second group. And actually, I misspoke. It looks like they might catch that lead pack. They pulled it down a second already. So it's from 6 seconds to 5 seconds. Looks like 37.
Man.
37 got a little bit loose right there. That's going to help that second pack hopefully catch that lead pack and fight it out here for the stage.
Yeah, that's going to help them out a lot. I don't know if maybe the 9 moved up the track and opened the door for the 37, and then the 9 shut the door and caused the 37 to go below the yellow line. I don't know what happened there.
Yeah, they've closed it down to 2.5 seconds, actually 2 seconds, so they are sniffing that draft right now. iRacing's draft limit for the seconds is roughly between 2 and 2.5. as the 37's pulling out. Looks like he's got some other. Oh, nope, he's going to pull it back down. If he keeps it up, that second pack is going to catch him. I think these guys need to stay where they're at until the end of the stage, because they did get a little bit of a draft from those lead cars right there. I mean, from those.
Now they're going to get a draft off of this lap car, and that's going to help them even more here, as they're coming to get the white flag for the stage.
Yep, they're going to get the white flag for the stage, so I think these 5 are going to fight it out here.
Cody McKinney going to get the lucky dog again.
Looks like
he just got lapped again.
Yep, looks like he's gonna pull up to this, make it a 6-car pack. He's gonna be the lucky dog once more, as it's the white flag for the stage.
Be interesting to see if any of these guys try to make a move to try to win the stage.
Well, the only ones that are fighting for points are the 24, the 9, and the 5. So that's your first place, 4th place, 5th place.
Looks like they're all just going to stay in line and be happy with what they got.
Oh no, the 9 pulled out. Thinking he was thinking it, and the caution is out. That is the end of the stage. That is lap 56. Caution here. Luck is back up on here on your leader. Is now got to catch the pace truck. Looks like he will be your stage 1 and stage 2 winner. Those are huge points for him. Looks like he is going to hit the apron thinking he may be out of gas, maybe saving a little bit of gas. Oh, he's pulling back up. Maybe he's just trying to fool us a little bit. I'll let him. Looks like pit road's going to open this time by. We'll let him pit, get his tires, come back out, and then we'll bring him up here in the booth. It looks like the 14 is going to get the lucky dog. Cody McKinney, he's going to get the lucky dog this time again, just like last time.
Tell you what, if NORA had a Fox bet system for stage 2, and you predicted that Chevy would be 9 out of 10 of the top 10, whew.
You could, yeah, I could see that. I'm just now seeing that. Wow, that is amazing.
Chevy hasn't been doing that great this season, but Chevy has proven to be the super speedway car right now.
Yeah, they definitely have those horses. I know years ago, it was the 20. It looks like he slid through a little bit. I know years ago, it used to be the Fords. Those were the guys that were hard to beat because of that long stroke motor. You know, they got that longer stroke, so they were able to, you know, higher RPM, so they were able to produce some serious horsepower. As NASCAR has changed the rules a little bit, they have brought it back down to where everybody is more even, because now, of course, Chevy's figured out the higher RPMs. It looks like the 9 of Timmy Harper is going to win the battle off pit road, maybe? Let's see.
Looks that way.
Where is he? Let's back it up and take a look at the...
Did he maybe take 2 tires?
That is a good possibility. Let's take a look here. Oops. Yeah, I'm thinking
he definitely won the race.
He took 2 tires. Looks like a few of these guys did. 78, 23, 16. All those guys. Looks like 21, 00, 91. Those guys, and of course the 14 we know he was getting a lap back, but all those guys looks like they just took tires. I mean just 2 tires are just gas only. Speed it back up here to our leader. As you can see those cars up front, in front of him, the 03, the 6, and the 17, those guys are 1 or 2 laps down. Actually, no. The 3, the 6, and the 17 were 1 lap down. They're going to stay out here and get their lap back. They're going to be the wave around cars when we come back green. So take another look at our fastest laps and see if anybody is kind of. Looks like Tyler Johnson has jumped to the top.
The only one in the 48s. That is a quick lap.
That is a very quick lap.
I'm not too good at math, but I'm thinking that's averaging over 200 miles per hour around the entire track.
That's pretty quick. Like I said, we've only had 2 cautions tonight, both of them for the stages. Only 5 caution laps. We've got 57 laps to go. We've had unbelievable only 4 lead changes. Usually at a track like this, there's a lot more lead changes. Take a look at our race conditions. Looks like the air temp's staying the same. The track temps dropped to 123, dropped 2 degrees. As we're getting the 1 to green, I did not bring up our stage winner, but that is okay. We've already spoken to him once. We kind of know what his plan is. Take a look at that 24 and talk about him for just a second here. Driver info. As you can see, he started 28th, moved up to the first position, moved up first place, lead position, stayed there, won stage 1, won stage 2, and now he's looking for the full weekend sweep. Full day sweep. Can he finish and win the race? I don't have the analysis here, but I'm going to say it is probably a lower chance of winning the race after winning stage 1 and stage 2. We do not have a Larry Mack. I apologize. We do not have the payroll for that.
Well, the last time he won the first and second stage was the Daytona Road Course. And he did not end up winning that race. So there's your Larry Mack for the day.
There you go. So, yep. So we can clearly see he can dominate, early in the race, middle of the race. Can he finish it up and get him a win in the column? Pretty much lock himself into the chase because he is in it for the points. So it'll be interesting to see as the pace truck starts to pull off. Puts it in the hands of the number 9 truck of Timothy Harper. That is your race leader. Let's see what he does. See when he decides to go green. As he has hit the loud pedal and he is back under speed, full throttle. And while they do that, let us take a moment and let's turn it up a little bit here. Just listen to these cars going around the track. that moment. Always nice to hear the cars going around the track. Give them a couple of inside perspectives of what these drivers experience. Not your typical everyday or NASCAR race, like real life NASCAR race, but I trust me, these guys are on the wheel and they are pushing hard. It definitely will wear you out. Basically what I think somebody called it years ago, high-speed checkers. Or actually high-speed chess, let me rephrase, high-speed chess.
Oh, Brian Jones really squirrely through the tri-oval there. Tried to do a little bit of side drafting and just the wheel got loose from him.
That can happen. I do remember getting in the high lane with this draft packet, man alive. It becomes a handful. So really quick hurry.
Yeah, especially in the tri-oval, that's the lightest part of the track when your wheel is just absolutely light on you, because you're not quite glued to the banking, because the banking in the tri-oval is a lot less than in the turns 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So the car is not glued down, and you're still having to turn that wheel, so it gets really light on you.
Yes, it does. There's a little bit of a bump in the tri-oval. It's on that inside line, and if you hit it just right, it can make your car really squirrely. Once or twice, and it is no fun. Looks like Dalton Tucker here, the 93, is pulling up behind the 56. Looks like they are wanting guys. Come on, guys, let's go high. Come on, pull up here. I don't think anybody's going to fight it. The 02 and the 33 pull up to him quick. Ooh, looks like the 33 to 25 almost got together right there. That's the hardest part about this high line is getting guys synced up, meshed up together, and on the same page. You got guys dropping in and out. Oh wow, looks like somebody just lost connection there a little bit. I'm not sure who that was. He is completely gone. Who was that? Back it up here and look. If I'm Chad Engel.
Is that the 47?
It might be. Let's take a look. No. Oh, it was.
Yeah.
Wow. If I'm the 91 and I'm Chad Engel, and I see this happen right here in front of me in the super speedway, or even the 25, I'm like, hello? Hello? I'm just driving, praying I don't end up inside the car at the same time. Praying I don't end up inside of 47. Speed it back up. I don't know if the 47 actually put it out. Looks like he will. Yep, 47 is going to fall put out. Wow. That's going to be a tough break. Where is the 47? I don't even see. Well, no, he's still on the track. Where is he? There he is. He fell way back off the base. Oop, wrong way. I'm going the wrong way. I think he was probably told to fall back off the pace. We usually don't like too many connection jumpers, especially at super speedway racing. These guys are, ooh, what happened to the 24? He was in the lead. You know the 17 is lapped down now, but what happened right there? Let's just back it up a little bit, see what happened. It looks like the 17 couldn't decide if he was going to go high or go low. 24 made the decision. Oh, and he almost wrecked into the 17.
Wow.
Wow.
I'm sure there were some choice words
that was too
said over the radio.
As we were talking about earlier, that 24 has run into some seriously bad luck at the end of these races. As he's getting freight train, he is still behind the 17. I think he was just kind of riding behind the. Oh, looks like he's going to tell the 17. No. Hey, buddy, what were you doing? Hello, knock. I think the 24 actually was probably changing his pants right there behind the 17.
The 17, it looked like he's coming into pit road. Maybe black flagged for blocking.
Ooh,
potentially.
Take a look here. Looks like he's hitting down pit road now. Whew, that was too close for comfort.
Could this be a black flag or a scheduled stop? We'll see.
He looks
Scheduled
like
stop.
Looks like possibly a scheduled stop. Right there to our leader here. 52. That was too close. That was way too close.
Yeah, too close.
I want to say there's nothing wrong with being a lap down. Be a lap down,
Yeah.
absolutely. But the biggest thing that we preach is maintain your lane. Pick a lane,
Exactly.
stay there. He could have stayed low, he could have stayed high, he could have stayed in the middle for all we cared. Just maintain your lane. You don't have to give up the racing crew. Just maintain your lane.
Yeah, I mean, what I typically do if my car is off the pace, I'll ride the bottom, and then once I see the leaders are within like 5 seconds of me, I'll jump to the high lane and give them the preferred lane.
Yep.
You know, that's just the courtesy thing to do. I don't wait until they're 0.5 seconds behind me and jump high. That is not the right thing to do.
No, now I will say in his defense though, I have done what he has done, and I've done it on accident. And the reason why I've done it is because I didn't pay attention to my relative. That is key.
Yeah, there's times where you do that. You don't, maybe you don't have your relative on, maybe you're messing with your tires or your fuel for your pit stop coming up, and then you look up in your mirror, oh, those are the leaders.
Yeah, I have done it once or twice myself. Because we don't typically. I mean, we do have a spotter now. No,
Yeah.
this spotter is just a mechanical or electrical or an app. It just basically tells you car high, car low. You know, this is how much gas you've got left. There's certain things it can tell you, but it can't tell you, hey, you pick low or high, leader's coming. We do not allow that type of, we don't allow live spotters in this league. Some leagues allow it, some big leagues don't. But we do allow the app spotters to come in, which is basically an electronic app that tells you, hey, car high, car low, 3 wide, pit here, pit then, how much gas you got left. So, if a typical spotter, they would say, hey, start leaders coming, get out of the way. And you would get out of the way, but you don't have that here, which, adds to another level of difficulty. So, as you can see, the 8 right there, is that the 8? I think that's the 8.
Yeah, 8, yeah.
Yep. Is the 8, we'll back it up here, the 8 in the double, 02? 02? Oh,
I think it's the 01, I would say?
Yeah, 01. See, 01 here. 01, 8, pulled up high, let the leaders go low, staying out of the way, keeping the racing groove clean and clear so these guys can race it out and fight it amongst each other. We'll speed it back up here, get back here on our leaders. As it turns it over, as that 24 turned the lead over to Josh Conover. 24 has fallen back to 14th. Ooh, no. What is he now? Yeah, 14th. I will say that he is one of our better, highest I-rated drivers here in the league. I definitely know he has the knowledge and the speed to stay up front. So he's just running into some bad luck, and there's another case of
Terrible luck. Yeah, every time I've raced with him, something's gone wrong, whether it's a computer issue, a pit stop issue. He has just fallen into terrible luck.
Unlike the 78 we can see here, who was almost in that wreck at the the middle of stage 2, the beginning of stage 2, was involved in that wreck a little bit, and now he's sitting up here in second place with all that damage to his car. He needs to go play the lottery, especially
he gets hooked in the right rear with netcode, nearly hits the wall, and he's in second place.
That's the kind of luck you have to have in this league or in racing in general. Because if you don't have that kind of luck, there's just no way you can stay up. They're catching up. So a couple of these lap cars are coming up here. Let's take a look, see what numbers these guys are. That would be the 40s. That 47 falling back that quick? No, it was not a 47. It was 81 and 6. Those guys are getting ready to be. They're going to be involved in this head lead pack, but they're going to fall a lap down. So these two are fighting each other right now, essentially for lap down, because the 8 of Ernie Ludwig, he just got lapped, so he's in this pack. But these cars are not going that slow. These cars have enough speed to hopefully let the leaders pick high or low, or the leaders catch them and push them along. And that's what they're hoping for. But it looks like the 42 of Josh Conover is going to say, I'll have none of this. Let's go high and get around them. He's definitely.
I was wondering if anyone was going to decide to pull in behind them because they're not damaged. They could have pulled in behind them and tried to fight Conover for the lead.
That would be something I would do, because if you're not fighting for the lead now, you are already losing. So we have 38 laps to go. 38. 6 lead changes, 6 caution. Oh, ooh.
Whoa.
The 9. Was that the 9 and the 16? Those guys.
Yeah, those lap cars just kind of caused them to now. Yeah, they're going to fall to the back now because those two lap cars kind of filled where they were going to be. So and these two cars are teammates, so 16 is going to let the 9 in.
Probably a good play. Keep as many, even if the car's lap down. If they're on the lead lap, not a lead lap, but if they're on, up to speed, don't have too much damage. Let these guys fall in and get yourself a couple more helpers. As this is going to create.
Yeah, the front 3 cars are on the lead. Then there's 2 lap cars, and then you got the 55, I believe, of Alex Edelman, who's the next car.
It looks like it's going to
we'll see.
What, a 10? Oh wait, we got a bunch of takers on pit road right there. Wow.
Yeah, a whole bunch of cars pit.
A lot of takers on pit road.
That is way more than 3 pit stalls. That we talked about Vincent Arthur and his unfortunate luck. He drove through a lot of pit boxes there.
We will see if the admin catches that. Wow, that was,
oh man.
Maybe right.
If the admin catches that,
we'll back it up. Yep. well, now he
got forced down.
Yeah,
because of that contact.
He got forced down and didn't come back up. So, I don't know. That's hard to call. I don't know if I call that. That's hard to call. Ooh, look at the 16 there. We'll back it up. Watch the 16. He grazes it off of the pit wall right here.
Oh, he got hit by the 28.
He got hit by the 28 a little bit. Oh, a little bit.
Twice.
Oh, and he swiped him again. Wow.
A lot of troubles in pit road this time around.
Lots of trouble on pit road. Wow. That's got to sting. Oh, 7. The 7 pulled through, or 7 had to pull it too far out of his pit stall. Get us back up to speed here.
And this is what I was talking about. You can't have mistakes like this in the final stop. And it looks like the 42 coming back down.
Oop. 42, is he coming back down? Was he already on it? Yep. Yeah, looks like he may have gotten a speeding penalty. That right there will ruin this late in the race. That will ruin your race. Look, yep, he was speeding penalty. He had to pass through. That's what they get.
Wow.
Wow. That's going to put the 00 out front.
Vincent Arthur out front right now.
Is it Vincent, 24?
At 24, Vincent Arthur out front currently.
Yep. Sorry, my taker's not speeding up fast enough to catch him. Well, 24 had some bad luck. Got a good break. Now he's back up front again.
It looks like he was not penalized for going through too many boxes, so.
To me as an admin, I think
it was a close call. Yeah,
I think
he got forced down there, and then really he couldn't come back up because when you're in pit road, you don't have a spotter to tell you you're clear high.
Nope. So he was, and you unless you, and thing is, if you're running on a single screen, you can't see to the right of you. If you're running on even on a third screen, it's still hard to see to the right of you. You can't just turn your head and look. You know, he got a free pass right there. He better, maybe his luck is changing.
Karma's in his favor right now. We'll see if the next round of pit stops, if Karma wants to continue on his side or not.
That is true. 'Cause we will have, I think we'll have one. Yep, we'll have at least one more stop. At least one more. And I will say that I am pretty darn proud of the league at the moment. We have been caution free this entire race, except for the stages. We have been caution free.
Yeah, certainly not incident free, but caution free.
That is huge. That is huge steps for this league. Huge. It looks like he's got a little bit of damage right there on the rear, so he must have got clipped from behind.
Oh yeah, clipped from behind, doored on the side. He got a lot of damage in pit road.
Wow, our points leader, Dalton Tucker, is going a lap down at the moment. He is going a lap down. It looks like he was on pit road for almost 50 seconds, and now he is officially one lap down. Ooh, that's tough. That's really, really tough. As the leaders start to catch these other cars that are potentially a lap down to 28. Ooh, looks like the 78. Where is the 78? We got 78, 28, 42. Looks like these guys are going to get lined back up. But they are 30 seconds off of the leader. So, I mean, the leader is now, as you can look here, the leader is... Let's get back over here to him, the 24. Leader is 24. You can see he is, they're just coming into the tri-oval. These guys are just exiting turn 2. So, big gap, huge gap. I don't see them making up that much time.
Yeah, and the gap between 5th and 6th, also 3-second gap, and that gap is extending. So it doesn't look like 6th place is going to be able to catch up to the pack. Oh, well, it kind of shortened there. Went down a little bit.
Yeah, these guys are starting. I think they got the memo. We need to line up here and get straight. Keep in a straight line, or we're not going to catch that pack. See if we can back it up far enough and take a look at the distance between those guys. See if there's a back up far enough. Quite far enough. Let's see if we'll swing by here if you can get an idea. I'm starting to get it here on my second screen. They're slowly catching. Looks like they cut off another 4/10 right there. They're slowly catching that lead pack. I'm hoping that the blimp will give us a better idea. I mean, that lead pack, here we go. Now you can see it. Now you can see the difference between the lead pack and the second pack. They're starting, they did, another, looks like there's another 10th they cut off.
Yeah, they're catching at about the 10th, maybe 2/10 a lap.
Yeah, looks like it's kind of evening out right there. There it is.
So I don't know if they'll catch them before the next round of pit stops, but...
Well, if they do, if they short pit them, and they can do it, they might get lucky.
Yeah, they're going to have to pit as soon as the pit window opens, but then again, you got to hope that the caution doesn't come out and we go to overtime.
So that's the other thing. I think we have, 3 green light checkers? Or is it unlimited? Unlimited. We have unlimited. So, in other words, we could be here all night if we wanted to.
Or until the session runs out of time.
Or the session runs out of time. Or we don't have any more cars left.
Yeah. For that.
That is very possible. So
yeah, until we get down to a Ricky Bobby and John Gerard situation.
And it's a very good possibility that happens. Especially at Talladega. Don't rule that out. It is very possible.
It is.
Back up here to our leader, the these guys have the bigger pack.
Yeah, but as you can see, the Mark McFadden group has dropped it down to 2.2 seconds now. They are catching quicker than expected.
They are.
They might be sniffing a little bit of a draft now.
Yep, if they're sniffing the draft, they're going to catch it. They're going to catch it quickly. If there's any bobbles in that lead pack, we'll see right here. This right here is not going to help that lead pack at all. That number 9 is going to split them up quite a bit. So you're going to see this gap close quickly. Yep, down to under 2 seconds now. You see 3 tenths click off right there. 4 tenths. Half a second click off right there just because of that number 9 car and everybody having a drift high. So now let's see if that could, but I will say that lead pack is adding a few more cars to its draft, so that could spell some trouble for that second pack. But they're within a 2 to 2.5 second gap, so for the draft, so they're going to be catching some serious draft right here.
Yeah, this is where a fastest lap could come in play for Mark McFadden.
Especially Mark McFadden. He is definitely full throttle right now. There is the distance between the first pack and the second pack. Mark needs that 18 to come up and push him a little bit. The 7 needs to pull the gap up. I can tell you right now the gap between the 7 and
the 55 there.
The 55, it is hard to see.
Yeah. I'm very familiar with the paint scheme.
Yep.
Oh, we got a wreck.
We got a wreck. Who is that?
It was up front. The 21 goes around. No caution.
Nope, caution's out. Caution's out. It's out.
Caution is out now.
Caution is out. Let's back it up. Take a quick look.
37 gets on the apron. 21 tags him. And it goes on from there. Timmy Harper into the wall hard. 37 into the wall.
Ooh,
21 goes around.
Looked like he didn't gather anybody else. Ooh. Wow, that was close.
I tell you what, Timmy Harper has had the worst luck lately. I feel bad for him getting involved in that one.
Yeah, 37, 91 looks like the 91 is definitely involved. See that the 91 is.
I wonder how he got involved in this.
I do not know. Where is the rear chase?
Let's take a look at that.
He is missing his missing his front bumper. He may be done for the evening.
There's another wreck, I guess.
No, this is in that second pack.
Yeah, he was in the second pack. I wonder if he didn't get the memo to check up, or
that's a very good
let's
possibility.
see how he gets involved here. Maybe the 21 comes back up the track. He's checking up.
Oh, and I can tell you what.
Oh, the smoke.
Yeah.
The smoke screen. Let's
go to his cockpit. As you can see.
Oh man.
Back it up. He can sort of see that 37 sitting there. He's hoping the 37 is going to move, and the 37 does it, and bam! Oh.
When you're on the brakes that hard, you can't turn.
Nope. Man, what a... Ooh. He absolutely killed him.
Yeah, and he chose to sit on the apron to let all the rest of the cars go by before he got going again.
And that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to sit.
Yeah.
He just... I don't know if he was.
You can't see. No, you can't see. And then, oh, man.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
That's rough.
iRacing said they wanted more realistic smoke. You got it right there.
You definitely got it. Well, the 24 escaped through that pretty cleanly.
Wow.
They're on pit road right now.
I gotta say that was one of the most realistic wrecks I think I've seen to date.
Yeah, kind of felt like Days of Thunder there for a minute.
Yeah.
24 is going to easily win this battle off pit road. Level 0, 48. Come off pit road, and then the rest of these guys are going to follow suit. And that was in the lead pack. That was the lead pack.
That was the second car that got turned, yeah.
Yeah, and of course now, I will say that second car was a lap down car. It was not a car on the lead lap.
No, Brian Jones was on the lead lap.
Well, no, not Brian. It was Jake Boyer. That was the one who, yeah, that was the Boyer. What number was he?
21.
We'll take
I thought he was on the lead lap too. I thought he was in third place.
Maybe he was. Let's take a look.
Yeah, I think he was.
Take one more look. We got time. They gotta go around. They gotta go around a few times.
Yeah, because 4th and 5th were the cars that were lapped down.
There it is. So, okay, so maybe he was third. Okay, so looks like the 37. Okay, you're right. 37. Right there. Oh, it looks like he overcorrected from drifting high. 21 got a huge run. Was that net code?
I from this angle I can't tell.
Let's take another look here. Oh, that was not net code.
No,
he was literally just run into him. Man, that's rough. That is rough.
Yeah.
All right, we'll go back up here to the leaders. Looks like they're getting ready to line it back up here. There it is. Now we're back up. I think. Yep.
Just when you think you're live.
Just when you think you're live. That's part of broadcasting, though. Back and forth, back and forth. So we're down to 24 to go. I don't think they have to pit again. Or if not,
they do.
Yeah, you're right. You know what? We just seen a lot.
Regardless, if they pit right now and top it off, they are going to have to pit more than likely, unless they, half throttle it the whole way around for the next 22 laps.
That's going to be rough. I do see a couple of takers that go back down again. The 81, the 78, the 14, the 23. Looks like all those guys hit pit road again. The 33, the 02.
I just don't think you can save enough fuel at a plate track.
You can see right there. Watch his RPMs. He's not.
Yep.
He is saving big, saving hard as we're coming down to 1 to go to the green.
You can save. The reason he's saving so much is so that he can take as little amount of fuel as he can when he pits. Because that next pit stop, all you're doing is taking a splash and you're going.
Splash and go. Splash and go. Looks like some of these guys decided to take 4 tires that time around. So, like I said, but I don't even. Thing is, they're probably 1 to 2 laps short. So if they get another caution, they can probably make it. We'll get a green light checkered. You're going to see guys run out of fuel.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But if I'm the 24, I'm not coming back down pit road. There's no way you can count me coming back down pit road. I'm going to stick it out there as long as possible until the ever living drop is running out of that thing. I'm going to pray for a caution if I'm that close. Because we all know how these end up at the very end of the race. But you know who this helps the most? 42. Josh Connor. Remember, he had that pit road speeding penalty. Didn't have a good chance of making it back up to the front. He got this caution, and now he's back up.
You know who else had a speeding penalty early in this race and is also in the top 10? The 25. Remember, he had the speeding penalty in stage 1.
Yes, he did. You are correct.
He led the first 20 laps of this race and then got caught speeding, and now he is back up toward the front as we are back green, it looks like.
Yep, 24 is back on the loud pedal. This is a good stroke of luck for him on the pit road issue. Puts him back up front. We were talking about his luck. Let's see if it's going to pay off. Let's see if he can sweep today. Stage one winner, stage 2 winner, and hopefully race.
He might be too far out front right now. That might not be good for him. He might get freight trained here.
Yeah, the 48 is going to get a huge run. I don't see if the 48 is going to take advantage of it. Looks like he is just.
I'm really surprised by that. I thought the 48 would surely jump high and just leave him out to dry. Might be an affiliation there, some teamwork going on there.
We are not checkers. I apologize. This ticker for some reason flips everything over to checkers after a caution. But of course, one guy we mentioned that was having some connection issues. The 47, he's back up there inside the top 5. So hopefully he's got his internet fixed. Good recovery for him as these guys all line up. Looking at the top 14. Yep, top 14 cars are trying to line it up single file one by one. Count down a few more of these laps before they decide to get a little more racy.
Yeah, look at this 21. He was just involved in that last caution. He's up here in the top 15.
You are correct. Let's see if he's got any damage. Yeah, looks like he's got a little bit of rear damage, a little bit of right side damage. No nose damage. That's the most important part.
Yeah, it looks a little crinkled. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what some crinkle. But
Yeah.
still better than some of these guys. Better than the 91. There's the big difference right there.
You had to take the camera to him.
Yes, I did. I have to. Sorry. Sorry, Chad. You'll forgive me. Right? We'll go back up from here to the 24. Chad will probably end up here in the booth here in a minute.
Yeah, if he's watching, he'll jump up here.
Yeah, he'll jump up here in a minute. Start chewing on us. Chewing on me specifically. Come down to 20 to go. Actually, there'll be 19 to go by this time by the stripe. Like I said, you're seeing more of a realistic type of draft package there. More in line with what NASCAR runs. You can see that lead car get a huge run, 48, then close the gap a little bit, and then everybody else kind of accordion effect right back there again to it. And that is similar to what happened in real life. You've seen it on Sunday between the 22, the 11, and a few other cars. The leader got a huge run, and those cars behind them caught the leader really quick, and they accordion affected them behind them. As the 24, they're on pit road. They have decided not to extend it, not to push the luck, and most of these guys are coming to pit road now.
Yeah, the fuel window is open. They're going to take a little splash and be right back out. They just got to hope that they don't slide through their box. They're probably going to take about, I would say, maybe 2 gallons around that area.
Enough for a couple
Just
of green
enough
white checkers.
Yeah, around that, and then pull right on back out, and there they go.
Yep.
Probably about a 3-second stop or less.
Yep, you are correct. They're all between, looks like we've got a 3-second, 4-second, and a 5-second stop. So, see if these leaders. Oops, sorry, get back over here in the leader. See if the 00 of Mark McFadden. Let's see if he takes the chance down pit road. Looks like he's going to keep it wound up with 18 and the 25 following. Let's see. It's going to be interesting when these guys hit pit road, if they're just going to try to extend it and go as far as they can. Like I said, if it were me, I'd stay out as long as possible, hoping for a caution. That's me, because I want to be out front. I don't want to be. But then again, here's the kicker. Those guys that just pitted, they are now almost 3/4 of a lap behind. These guys are here, are all in the pack. They're running a little bit quicker right now at the moment. I mean, roughly 2 to 3 tenths quicker right now until they all get lined back up. You get a caution. These guys, these top 10, top 9, top 10 are going to stay out. They're not going to pit. They're going to think they can make it to the end. You're going to have to hope we get a green white checker or two, or that fuel to kick in. So right now, the biggest thing these guys in the back can hope for is no more cautions and run it out as far as you can. Because we know Vincent Arthur, we know Keegan, we know Matthew George, Alex Cummings, Josh Conover, Jake Boyer. We know they have enough fuel. But how quickly can they reform up and start to break down that distance? Only 4 of them together. Looks like the rest of them have stretched back out in between. Looks like the 42 of Josh Conover and the 21 of Jake Boyer were not able to catch back up to those cars in front.
And that's devastating for them.
That is devastating for them. They have lost that lead draft between the 24 47, 28, 48. Those guys, they need to stay nose to tail. That's their only hope of it.
Yeah, and from my 3 seasons here, whenever you come to a plate track, when you hear the name Josh Conover, you think of leader.
Yes.
Because he's won a lot of plate races.
He's good. He's definitely good at these plate races. He's good at short tracks too. Josh is. He's definitely got it. And road courses. He's got it dialed up at road courses. I will give him that. But like I said, these guys right here are running. Well, they are running faster lap times than the lead pack. They're running 50.173s, and the lead pack is running 50.6s. That's almost, half a second difference. Well, no, it was 50.3. Let's see what these guys run at the line here. See if there's any difference. Taking a second to get around the line. They're just now coming out of 4.
Could the reason that the lead pack is going a little bit slower is it maybe because the cars behind the leader are saving fuel?
Wait a minute, we've got a caution. We have a caution. Who is that involved in? Where is that at? Who is involved in it? Ooh, did you see the front of that 25?
Oh no.
Oh wow. Let's back it up right there. Looks like the 47's in it. The 57's in it. 30. Oh, there. Yep, there it is. There is our caution. Let's back it up. Pull it up on the blink. Take a slow look at it here. Ooh. Looks like. Zoom in a little bit. Oops, sorry. Let me zoom in a little bit more. Looks like the 23. Is that the 23? No, 55. 55. Looks like the 55, 56, and the 6 got a pretty decent sized run on the 25. Pulled it up high. The 25 decided last minute, hey, I want to go, and at that point it was too late. Wow, that was threading the needle, and that's where our caution has come out. Ouch. Do a far chase and back it up. Take one more quick look at it here. Deposit. There we go. We'll do next frame. Yep, looks like I don't know, the 56 looks like he may have got a pretty good size shot from the 55. Yep, and the
looks like the 56 was like kind of pushing the 55.
Yep, and the 25 decided to come up, kind of missed, and then the 55, you can see him start to get a little bit loose right there.
Hard left,
yep.
And then just.
Let's go let's go to the 55 here since we got a second. Let's look at his cockpit and take a look at his wheel. Yep, you can see his wheel turn left right there. Got really loose. 25 was there, and it was just one of those. That's plate racing. I don't blame that on anybody. I don't blame it on the 25. Don't blame it on the 55. That's what you see in real life. That's what you see.
Yeah, you get that bump from the 56. It gets your rear wheels off the ground. And it gets your wheel turned left.
Yep, and if there's anybody in front, so sorry.
You're going around.
Yep.
Just like the 25 did. Yep.
Well, I can tell you right now, Josh Conover, Jake Boyer, Brody Smith, all these guys are like, oh yes, I wanted that caution. I needed that caution.
Okay. Tell you what, Alex stayed out. He thinks he's going to be able to save fuel.
Let's go. Let's take a look at him and see if he's saving any.
No.
He is not. Wow. That's impressive. I'll give it to him. See if the 6 is saving any. Yeah, the 6 is definitely saving.
Yeah, he's clutching it. He's not shutting the engine off, but he is clutching it.
Yep, but there's a clutch down to 2,000 RPM. Let's see what the 81 is doing.
That is complete engine off.
Yep, that's him shutting the engine off. Yep, because, well, no, he's clutching it, 2,000 RPM.
I can't see the RPM.
Yeah, down to 2,000. He's clutching it. Let's see what the 78's doing. 78's clutching it.
Oh, he's fluctuating. He doesn't have full engine power.
No, he does not. 00 just pitted, so he definitely has enough, so he's not going to try to be saving. 24, same way. Well, now, 24 may be saving a little bit here.
He's saving because he got a splash and go.
He's probably saving for an extra green white checker. That's probably not a smart little play. I always say, if you're not saving gas when you start the race, you ain't racing hard enough. You should be saving fuel at every moment you get.
And the modified number 91 is out there on track, so he's not gonna come up here and bother you. So
yeah, I think hopefully nobody will tell him. He can chastise me later.
yeah.
As we don it up double file, looks like the 55 is going to take the low side. Put the 6 up high. 24. I mean, sorry, not 24. 81, 78, 24. Going to be your top 5.
24 can make his way back up to the front and have his luck turn around and lock himself in.
Well, we can say this. He has enough help. He's got, let's see here. 24 has the 48, 28, 47, 42. You know, Josh Conover, El Presidente, is back there with him. So he's got enough help if he wants to go to the front. I'm pretty sure he just has to basically put his hand out the window and say, let's go. And all these guys are going to fall in and take off with him. So he has enough help to overcome these top 3 or 4.
Yeah, that 81 of Reed, he was lucky dog. I think at the stage 2 caution, I want to say, or not the stage 2 caution, but
the third caution. Yep.
Yeah. And now he finds himself in 3rd place. So lucky break for him, could turn into a potential win.
Well, let me give you the 401 of what we've got going on here. We've had 4 cautions, 11 caution laps. We're 11 laps to go, and we've had 11 lead changes. So that right there, ladies and gentlemen, is the 411 of the caution situation.
I'm going to pull and Larry Mack here. We've had 4 Talladega races in the past in the Cup Series. Or no, 2 Talladega races in the past in the Cup Series. And the average of the last caution came within the last 5 laps.
That's going to be a playing factor. We're going to see what happens right here as we get down. When we cross the stripe, we're going to have 10 laps to go. 10 laps.
That's just me. I don't think cautions are over. Cautions breed cautions. I think there's going to be another one here.
I'm going to agree with you. I think we're going to get another one as the 55 is back on the loud pedal. The 6 got an okay start. The 81 got a mediocre start. Looks like the 6 is going to pull up to the 51's bumper, or 55's bumper, as these guys start to sort it out. Are they going to run single file, or are they going to start doubling it up?
Oh!
78 tried to shove it back down in front of the 81. 81 said, no sir, not today, move to the back. Or as the Monopoly man says, do not pass go, do not play.
Oh! Problems in the back, it looked like. Someone went way below the yellow.
I think that was the which one is Mr. Big Boy, the 21.
Here go the Chevys. They're going to start the line up top.
Yep. Well, 48, 24, it looks like they were going to, decided not to. Looks like the 24 is going to leave the 48 just hanging. 3 and the 18 are like, hey, well, oh, man. 3 and 18 are like, let's do this. The 48 says, nope, I'm going to pull it back down here in front of my teammates, which at the moment, 24, 48, 47, 42 are all lined up together. Get a good run on these top 5.
They're trying to back up to try to create a run right now. It looks like.
Well, it looks like.
Kind of manufacture it. And here it comes.
Right here, 48. That'll be 24. 48 pulling out high on the 28.
Now here comes that 47's manufactured run.
Let's see. Oh,
back.
See if they can get a huge run. They're going to try it. Oh, 3 is out there.
Up a little bit by pulling up.
Yeah, so we can kind of watched all this action. We come down to 8 to go. Sorry, we are not checkered. We are still green. I don't know why that does that. Still trying to figure it out.
The 3 cut off the nose of it. I couldn't tell who that was, but man, that was close. And now here we go. We got a line of cars on the outside, 5 deep.
So 3 cut off the nose.
28,
0,
24, 48, 47.
Yep. Ooh, 28 gets Lord squarely.
Now the 24 leading that outside lane.
I'll leave the 28 in the sucker hole. 3's been giving a little bit of a push and then pull down. That is going to break up that outside line. You can watch them all start to fall to the back. 24 is going to sneak it down in there. These guys, if they want to make a run to the front, they're going to have to get a little bit more organized. 24 is pushing the issue, wanting to get up front, and he's not getting a lot of takers as the 47 falls back, 28 falls back. Ooh. That's
These
tough.
2 way back here that are side by side, they need to get single file and catch up.
They do. They're not going to have any chance as that 55, not 55, 6 is going to push that 55. Going to shove it back down in front of 81. Woo, we're getting dicey. Looks like, ooh, looky there. Look who's here.
Comes Josh on.
Comes that 42.
Just when we thought his day was done.
Nope, his day is definitely, he's not done until the motor is sitting out on a cart. There is no way that car is ever done. You guys are starting to double file it up here as we come down to 6 to go, 5 next time by. The 00 pulled up close to the 42, trying to kill his momentum. That 9 lap car stays up high, damage stays up high and out of the way. Oh, these guys are pushing hard.
Oh, I can totally see a Joey Logano, Denny Hamlin, Ricky Stenhouse incident happening here. These guys are packling like sardines.
Yep, that 18 is pushing that 42 hard. I mean, really hard. 42 says, I've had enough. I'm pulling down, keeping this thing low. Oh, pulls it back up
you
high.
got to down to the draft of the 7.
Maybe that was what? Oh, Jake thought about going with the 42. 42 just lost all of his momentum.
No, I think this is where the run's going to come. The 24 and the 42 hooked up, 2 of the best plate racers here. This is where the run will come from.
Yep, see if that 47 is going to clear him, see if that 47 can pull back up to those guys. And those 3, I definitely see pulling out. I don't know if he's able to with them. I don't know how this is going to play out. Jake Boyer keeps popping the nose out. Oh.
Yeah, him leading the line, that's not going to work because he's got a lot of damage. So if he pulls out, that's going to ruin it. And the 47 goes around, saves it though.
What a save. That's a huge save by the 47, but he's now out of contention. He's going to lose that draft.
Yeah, that's what the 24 needed to do. He needed to pass Jake Boyer because Jake has too much damage to lead a draft.
Yep, now that 24, 42.
Go high up to 33, side draft him a little bit.
Ooh, that 25 is going to stay down low, and then he's almost going to lose it. Hopefully he can save it. Nope, he's going to save it. Good save.
He may have gotten doored by someone because they were 3 wide as they passed him.
Ooh. Way too close. Oh, 7 disappeared. Oh, I think all the 24's teammates are kind of disappearing quickly. He needs some help.
He needs people to pull out up in front of him so that he can get their draft. And the 7 did it way too late there. Because it looks like 24 backing off to try to manufacture another run here. He's going to pull high. There we go. 33 going to pull up. 24 going to try to push the 33 here.
33, it looks like he's got a little bit of damage on that car too, so he's going to struggle.
Yeah. The 33 needs someone in front of him now to pull up, as now the 7 on the apron. 24 get the... Could that lead to a caution?
Nope.
They
Nope.
keep going.
Staying on
2
the
to go.
lead lap. Yep. Double zero. Oh, hang on. There's a guy behind the 0-0. Who is that? Looks like it's the 3. 3's going to get it going back straight again. Wow. Let's go back up front.
Here we go. Pass for the lead.
6.
This is where it's going to get interesting now.
Yep. 6, 81 high, 55, 78 low. High side 6, 81, 7, 24 back there.
They make contact here.
Yeah, we're going to have a lap car of the 9 that's going to make this thing 3 wide. Oh, they're going to clear him pretty quick here in the trial. Well, that was pretty lucky. Looks like the 6 is going to get the outside run and push to the lead. It can be done.
Oh, did they just wreck behind him? Oh, it was close behind him, but they almost wrecked.
71, almost tagging each other. These guys are wheeling these things right now.
He's jacked up.
They're wheeling them right now. They're definitely seesawing these wheels as
They're
that
trying
6.
to manufacture a run. The 78's backing off to try to manufacture that last lap run here.
We're on the final lap. We're a white flag. As they come out of 3 and 4, the 6, the 78, 55, 33, all going for the win. Is the 55 going to get the run? 6 blocks it. Oh, 55 pulls high. Is he going to get any help? They're wrecking behind him. 6 and 55.
55 gets turned after the line, but he's going to be our winner.
55 is your race winner, Alex Edelman, the 55.
Wow.
What a race. Let's back that up and take another quick look at it. Wow, that was amazing.
Former teammates Alex Edelman and Blade Timmons on the front row for the finish.
It looks like the 55 got a huge run there on the 6 and pulled it high. 24 is pushing the 78, which the 78 is pushing that 33 hard. The 7 and the 81 and the 18 all tangle up into the crash, going high.
Look how sideways the 33 is right here, and he's still able to finish third. Look at that.
Able to save it. I may need to just go forward a little bit. Let's do that. Pause it. Right there, looks like the 6 pulled up right next to the 55. The 33 pulled low, hopefully to get a huge push by the 78. One last final push. Not going to be there. The 6 decides to 55 and 6 door bang each other, trying to see if they can shave some of that momentum off. And that is the difference in the win from first to second.
Wow.
Half of a car. Wow, what a finish.
That 33, though, going sideways in the trial, saving it, and still able to finish on the podium. That's impressive.
That's crazy. Wow. You know what? That is our race winning picture right there. We're just going to leave it right there as we start to bring up our third place finisher, the 33. Let me see if he's in Discord, see if I can pull him up. Actually, I do not see him anywhere. Nope, I do not see him. Oh, we'll go to the 6, Blake Timmons. He's our second place winner. Let's see if he's in here. Oh, there he is. We'll start pulling him up. And then we'll pull up the race winner 55. We'll pull him.
I got him.
Got him? Okay. So let's bring in second place, the 6, Blade Timmons. Blade, this is Justin and Christian in the booth. You got a copy?
I got you, bud.
Hey, man. Crazy finish there at the end. Looks like you had a huge run there on the 55. You guys decided to kind of door bang each other coming to the win. Looks like the 55 got you by half of a car length. Was that what you were planning?
No, I mean, I was going to throw some major blocks, but I didn't want to wreck the whole field for a W. But I watched him lag back. I knew what he was doing. He was going to let the pack catch him behind him and push him, and that's exactly what he did, and it worked for him, man. And I'm just thankful for a clean race. I had a crappy race all freaking race. Missed pit stops, black flags. I thought my race was done and just ended up being up front and having a chance. So I'm grateful for that.
Yeah, you definitely were having some struggles. It looks like you only led one lap tonight, but hey, second place finish is still good. I mean, that's still still a productive night after a rough. I don't think you had any stage points, but still a productive night for the 6-car and owners points. So I gotta see if Christian's got any questions for you.
No, I didn't really have any questions. I mean, good job on the second place finish. I know Alex Edelman was your former teammate. Was that kind of in your head whenever you were thinking, should I throw a block?
Last lap is every man for himself, teammates or no teammates. Everybody knows that's how racing goes. But, I mean, as far as working with him them last couple 10, 11 laps, that was the goal. I'd actually had a guy I was working with all night, and I messaged him, and on the last lap, I told him go high, and that's what we did, and it worked. And I wasn't trying to leave him out to dry, but he didn't get the run with me, and I had to take it. So that's how we ended up without him up there. But yeah, I didn't mean to even get into Alex in 3 to take the lead. I was just trying to pull a little side draft. I don't know if it net coded or whatever, but I mean, at least he held on to it, and at least we still made a good finish for the broadcast.
Yep, that was definitely a good finish. So, got anybody you want to thank, shout out to?
Man, y'all for being in the booth as usual and calling over, and everybody that puts these races together, and we get to come out here and do what we love to do. So I mean, without them, this ain't possible. So
it was definitely a fun race. Well, good job on second place. We'll let you go celebrate it.
Appreciate it, buddy.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, let's bring in our race winner, the 55, Alex Edelman. Alex, Justin, Christian in the booth. You got a copy?
Hey, I got you guys.
Hey, big race winner here. Good job. Looks like you led 12 laps tonight on the way to the win. What were you thinking coming down to that, coming through the tri-oval with the 6 right there, trying to make a move on you?
Yeah, I mean, Blade and I are great friends. So when I saw him in my rear, I thought he was going to push me the whole way. Then when he made his move on the last lap and got around me, I was going to push him the whole way and just let him get the win. But the 78 had a big run on me. So I used that momentum. I backed off Blade a little bit and used it to slingshot by on the last lap there. That was amazing. I watched it 5 times already.
Yeah, it was definitely a really close finish. That was really impressive. So it looks like you like I said, you had the pit strategy was a big deal. I think you were, if I remember correctly, you were kind of like in the middle of the pack there on that last pit stop under green, and then got it kind of, I don't know, shuffled back. Did you have a mistake on pit road or?
No, I've been solid top 10 all day. The last pit stop, I think there was a pack of 5 that was leading. I was in the next pack in probably 8th, I believe, when that caution came out. We ended up catching them. And then the first couple guys there, I guess they were trying to save fuel. So they were kind of slow, and we went to get around them. I had me and my teammates lined up behind me and Blade behind them. I thought we were going to do 1, 2, 3 finish because they were slow. They were saving fuel. We went to get around them, and the 25 came up. We weren't expecting him to come up. He came across my nose and took out my teammates, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. It looks like we watched it a couple of times. Look, it was just one of those where you got bumped from behind by, I think, the 56 or I can't remember what number.
Yeah.
It got a little squirrely, and that's just the 25 just happened to be a byproduct of that. So, typical plate racing. It happens. So.
Yeah, it was unfortunate.
It was very unfortunate. So I'll see if Christian's got any questions for you.
Yeah, on that last restart, it didn't look like you were saving fuel at all.
No, I was good.
Was it?
Green, white, checkered would have been an issue, but I had like 2 laps extra.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so fuel. We played the fuel game the entire race. Tried to go as long as we could and pit with packs. We knew fuel was going to be an issue. So we saved. I clutched it around every caution and rode. Tried not to lead laps, really riding in the pack and just saving fuel as much as I could.
Yeah, me and Justin were watching when that caution came out and saw that you weren't clutching it, and we were curious if you were going to be able to make it to the finish, and sure enough, you were. And just congratulations on the win there.
Yep.
Thanks very much. I want to thank you guys for broadcasting and being the announcers tonight. I want to thank Conover for running the lead, Susie for adminning tonight, and of course my teammates. Bruce and Trevor and Zach, and then I'll give Blade a thanks as well because he did great pushing me around the track there at the end.
10-4. I was going to ask you about shout-outs, but you took care of that yourself, so we'll let you go celebrate. Good job tonight.
All right. Thanks, guys.
All right, so it looks like we found our third place finisher.
Christian.
Yep, Christian. So we'll bring him up and talk to him for a second. Hey, Christian. Christian. This is Justin and Christian in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, 10-4. I got you guys.
A little bit of a tongue twister there. 2 Christians in one go. So, looks like you were possibly going to have a little bit of a run, pushed by the 78 there at the end. Hopefully get by the 6 and the 55, but it just didn't come to pass. What was that your initial plan there at the end? Was to hopefully just kind of let those guys wreck it out and finish up front?
Yeah, that was the plan. I was absolutely pushing the crap out of the 78 through 1 and 2, and I was getting him squarely, and I don't think that helped us very much. But after that, I got through 3 and 4, and I felt a pretty big run, and I was hoping that somebody right behind me was going to jump out and give me a big shove. And it was really hard to suck up the cars tonight. You couldn't really get to the rear bumper of anybody to shove them, so I just went up there, and then I saw Blade and Alex racing, so I was hoping they were going to be able to crash and we were going to slip through and win. But it was still a hard-fought third-place finish, starting 34.
Yes, sir. Definitely a hard fight. You are correct. It was a 30. You started 34th. Let me pull up some of my results here. I'm pulling up too much information. There it is. Yep, started 34th, finished 3rd. So that was a good job. I'll let Steve Christian's got any questions for you.
Yeah, one big question. How did you save it in the tri-oval when you were about like 15 degrees sideways getting pushed by Sam Lear? I mean, that thing was sideways when you were getting shoved through there on that last lap.
Honestly, I just had it to the floor and was just praying I could hold on to it. And it was a handful, to tell you that. And then I saw them go up the track, and I was hoping I could get in there, but it was hard to hold on to it. But thank God we did.
Yeah, that was an incredible save. I mean, I saw you going 15 degrees sideways. I thought you were heading for the inside wall, but you held on to it and finished 3rd. That was a incredible save.
Thank you very much.
Yep. Got anybody you want to shout out to?
Yeah, I'd like to thank my grandparents for always watching my races, my dad and my girlfriend, 5 Kings Motorsports, and that's everybody. Oh, and of course, NORA, because this is a really fun league to race in, and you guys for broadcasting as well.
Yeah, we greatly appreciate it. Thank you for putting on a good show for the viewers. Hopefully everybody had a good time. And like I said, go celebrate that 3rd place finish. I know you're just in owner's points, but still, 3rd place is a 3rd place. That's big.
Yes, definitely. Thank y'all very much.
Yep, not a problem. We'll hopefully catch you up here next week or the week after. Well, that will basically end our coverage here tonight. Very exciting race. Kristen, you got any final thoughts?
My final thoughts is I love plate racing. I miss it.
I can't say I don't blame you. I was in the Daytona opener. I think I finished 3rd or 4th, which is very rare for me to do. I love to plate race. I think it's fun, but I usually end up on the wrong side of the coin when it comes down to it. So, but with that said, we will close out this evening, and we greatly appreciate for those who tuned in, and we will be back next week. I believe we'll be at Kansas Motor Speedway, if I remember correctly. We'll be at Kansas.
I think so, yeah.
Yep, we'll be at Kansas. I don't know how many laps, but we will go live at 8:20. Practice starts at 7:30 for these drivers, and we will be green flag racing by either 8:30 or 8:35. So we will see everybody next Wednesday at that time. But until then, everybody stay on that lead lap.